Hello everybody, I'm here in the garage again because it is a brisk 23 degrees outside, and with me here is the Trekker Tent 3. Well, I have had my eye on this tent for some time now, and after going through all that stuff with the Trekker Tent 2.2, and it looked like that they had figured out the seam sealing for the most part. If you watch the review, it did have a little bit of water in it, but I thought it was pretty acceptable. So I figured that the River Country Products had figured out their leaking issues and that it had been applied across their range of tents. So my ideal backpacking tent has 5 main points. One, I want it to fit my family. 2, because I want it to fit my family, I'd like it to keep the weight around maybe 5 pounds or so. 3, it has to be easy to put up. 4, and this is normally not possible for backpacking tents, but I'd like to be able to stand up in it if possible. And 5, it'd be great if it had a vestibule. So this tent, and why I was looking at it, it actually checks off all 5 of those points. For starters, it is considered a 4-person tent, so I could fit everybody if I needed to. It weighs in at around 5 pounds, just a tad over. And on number 3, it's super easy to set up. And I've done a video already of that, so let's check that out. Well, hello there everybody. It's a little cold out today to be setting up a tent, but man, it's a beautiful sunny day outside, and I am super excited because today, wasn't expecting it, I got the River Country Products Trekker 3 tent. So I'm going to set this up and see what it looks like. So here's the tricky thing about this one. It comes with, well, you purchase it with 2 trekking poles. They're pretty nice. I think they're carbon fiber, either that or aluminum, I have to check. Trekking poles, and it comes with a extension piece that you use to make the poles tall enough to fit, and I'll show you how this all goes together. So you take the pole, you unhook it here, you actually take the top piece with the cork handle, take that off all the way, set that aside, then you take the extension pole, open it up, and I got these, it kind of sticks out a little bit, these flanges up here, so you kind of got to stick those, push those in a little bit to get it in there. And it says to wiggle it until you get it in, which I didn't have this much trouble the first time I tried it. Of course, I do it all for you, and it's giving me fits. Isn't that the way that kind of thing always goes? So I finally got it. Kind of had to, when you get those first flanges in, kind of got to bend it down a little bit, or angle it as such, and then it pops in. And then there's a stop right here. I'm going to try first off putting this down. Well, I'll just go down to this 135 here. We'll start off trying that English. It's so difficult. So here's the other one. Same thing. Take the top piece with the handle off. Open this end up. Stick that in there. We'll bend it down, and there we go. That got in a little better. Again, we'll go down to this stop, to the 135, close that off. So we can extend out the bottoms now. Let's see. It says that the height is 6'8". And I'm right at 6 foot. So Right now we're probably what, 6'4". Open that up, go up another, right around there. We'll start with that. So now I'm gonna lay out the tent. So here's what it looks like coming out of the bag. I don't want to lose that stuff sack. So for now it's just wrapped up. We'll just pull right off. Don't want to lose that either. I lost that too with the other one. Here is the sack with the stakes. So there's 9 stakes that come with it. It's the same ones that were in the other one. We'll see if these are long enough. If you remember, I had to switch out 2 of them for longer ones on the Trekker 2.2. One other cool thing that they give you, just in case you forgot, or if your trekking poles that you're using, if the bottoms are muddy from actually using them, they actually give you 2 additional ones, the end tips for the trekking poles that you can stick on when you get to base camp, so that you're not putting nasty, creepy, dirty tips in your tent. Nicely thought out, River Country products. So where's our opening? Where's the front? Where's the front? Where's the front? You need to go get clothes on, mister. Like pants and a jacket and shoes.
Did you stop it?
No, it's running. I can edit stuff out. So number 4 was, I'd like to be able to stand up in it if possible, for changing, for just stretching my back out, or whatever. Just handy to be able to stand up in it. And the website claims it's a 6'8" center height. Obviously, that's where it peaks, so you got to finagle with the pole to reach that height. But I can stand up full height, and I'm right at 6 foot tall. And then finally, it comes with a vestibule. Yeah, it's not particularly large, but I think it's big enough to be able to set shoes out there for sure. And perhaps the bags. I didn't have it fully pulled out, I don't think, the one time I had it set up. There's actually a loop at the top of the zippers that doesn't have its own guy line. But I think if you attached one to that, you could actually pull that front out a little bit, and that would help give you a little more room in that vestibule. But guess what? This one has got some issues. Well, hey, we got some rain on our Trekker Tent 3, so I'm going to run down there and we're going to check it out. Here's our first look inside. Right inside the door. Got some spotty water going on. Oh my goodness. Yep. The verdict is not good. Doggone it. Water there in the middle. We got a small lake, pond maybe. Now it's pretty deep there. Got another one. Big one right there. Right there. Okay, now that my knees are here, I've made myself a river. Nice amount of water there too. Man, I don't know how you fix this. Well, I contacted River Country Products about the water issues, and they agreed that they had some issues with the tent. They had got some other feedback that it was leaking, and so they sent me another one. And although it's green, I'm still excited to try it out. Hey, normally I'm not one to get excited about a rainstorm, but this one I kind of was, because I've got the Trekker Tent 3 up, the new and improved version, and so this is giving it a great test with the rain that we're having. So take a look. I've got the initial one that I received from them up right now as a control. I've got the new one up as well. So I'm gonna go in and take a look. Oh, so you notice the umbrella up? That's for the camera. I mean, I'm not so much of a wuss that I don't want to get wet. I mean, come on. So I am on a little bit of a slope here, but I'm in the initial tent. So check this out. So here's the inside this time. Actually, I mean, it's still bad, but it's not as bad as it was the first time. Look at this here. And now all that water from this slight slope that I'm on, it's just all come down here. You can see way up there. Full water in the corner, full water over there. It's just, everything's just too wet to tell exactly where it's coming from, and I get the impression that it's probably coming from a little bit of everywhere. Yeah, it's pretty crazy the amount of water in there. So I already knew that. Let's go take a look at the new green one. So I'm inside the new one here, and it's better, so that's good. Let me show you around. So here's the tour on the inside. This is just inside the vestibule. It's spotty and splashy here a little bit. This here is from my rear. Here's the center of the tent. I just put this here to help distribute the load out a little bit. You can see there's a stitching that runs around this guy. So I put that in there just to help, and we got a fair amount of water there. There's a trail from the corner. It's pretty spotty, running all the way down to there. And it's not too bad, but again, it's water getting in. Got some good sized drops running all the way up this side here, and then into that corner. Coming along the back side. Like I said, a lot better, but still getting some. Yeah, there's a good amount right there. Front's good. At least there wasn't enough water to run all the way down here like in the other one. Overall, it's an improvement, River Country Products, but I still don't know if I would take it out. I mean, it's borderline as to whether gear would have been messed up or not. Man, I really wanted this tent to work out. I mean, if there were just any way that I could possibly convey my disappointment and sadness. So I didn't think I'd have to add a sixth point to my ideal backpacking tent as being one that kept water out. I kind of thought that was a given, but it would seem not. So hey, one thing I wanted to add to put things in context a little bit better was I got this tent on sale for $55, and that includes those 2 trekking poles you saw at the beginning of the video and that extension pole. So all in all, that's a pretty good deal. Right now on their website, they're selling them for $70 with 10% off. So if you're willing to spend some extra time to seal the seams better, then might not be a bad choice for you. So the best family backpacking tent? Not quite yet, but it's close. So I'll keep you all in the loop if there are any updates with this tent, and I hope you found my genuine disappointment at least mildly amusing. So if any of you guys have a backpacking tent that you use for your family that checks off my 5 things and actually keeps the water out, hey, let me know down in the comments so I can check it out. Take it easy, everybody. You all have a great day.